Welcome to the DJing TV Chill Room Chat, your space to unwind and talk shop. This episode is sponsored by MadeByDJs.com, innovative tools designed specifically by DJs for DJs. DJEventPlanner.com, the industry standard for streamlining your business and booking faster. And DJRequests.com, the easiest way to manage your dance floor's vibe in real time. Support the show by using our Amazon affiliate link at djntv.com/Amazon. Now, let's get into the mix.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to Hanging Out Monday Nights. We're here with Mr. John Cawley,
Hey,
Damon Tooson. We've
going
got Buddy
on?
Mueller and Eric, whatever his last name is.
Yeah, don't
Witness
try.
protection
Yeah.
guy.
Yes.
Yep.
What's tonight's topic? What's the smallest crowd you've ever DJ'd for? And I'm not talking about there was a snowstorm, so nobody came to the bar that night. I'm talking about you agreed to go in and DJ for a very small number of people. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
So let's talk small crowds. And we can go around the room more than once if you've got several that you want to talk, or different ones you want to talk about. But can anybody here think of a small crowd they've played for and how small that crowd was? Yeah. Eric,
I'll go.
They
Booked me, and this was a birthday party, and they booked a small venue for 25 guests. That was it.
Yeah.
However, the guest amount did not, my price was still the same. You know,
Sure.
obviously, you know.
Yeah.
And you know what? It was a blast that night. Seriously. I mean, 25 people, how, you think, like, how hard is it to get everybody involved if you only got 25 in the room, right?
You can be very personal that way.
Right. But yeah, that was probably one of my smallest. And if we're going around again, we'll
Yeah.
Huh.
What's the smallest one you've ever done, John?
Well, I had a disappearing crowd. I started with people, and then for like 2 hours in the middle, everyone was gone. It was a Labor Day telethon. Beautiful September we had here. And I set up in the morning and had everybody inside the building, and of course outside there putting things together for the day. And between just after lunch till maybe 3 o'clock, they had an obstacle course, and they had a dunk tank, and they had a this and a this. And so everybody just disappeared, and it was just me and the cashier lady who was selling raffle tickets. So I just went over like, so what do you want to hear for the next 2 hours? Just you and me. Still everybody comes.
Who won the raffles?
Well, you bought the tickets and then you put a ticket in each thing. Oh, I want the 2-night stay here, and you just drop the tickets in the little cups. And
right.
It's an entire fundraiser.
Yeah.
But
I
then
thought everybody stayed till the raffles were done.
Well, they will, and then they all came back in, and then they did all here was the the best for each awards or whatever. It was more about having the microphones and just not having dead silence in the building, just a sense of excitement.
Sure.
So for a little while there was nobody, and it wasn't like they said break down or go home. I just kept playing music.
Right. Hey.
Right.
Like I'm here.
Pre-made mix.
Keep myself busy.
Play.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I figured out how the auto mix worked. I'm like, oh, that's nice. I just funnel them all in. Yeah. But that's just one example. There's another, but I'll save it for the next go round.
Yeah.
You got Damon.
I did about 30-person, outdoor party one time for some people.
Sure.
It was actually pretty cool. It was fun. Lots of liquor, so that made them,
Right.
That always makes it work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was about 30 people. So
Was it a birthday?
No, they were just having a party. They just summertime wanted to have a party.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can have 100-person party, 150-person party. There's still the 30 right people there that make it the party.
Exactly.
That's right.
So
That's right.
I don't think it matters. How about you, buddy? What's the smallest you've ever taken?
200.
No,
No.
no. Again, you get a good amount. Average weddings like 130, 140. But this was in 2024 at one of the venues I deal with, wedding, and they had three tables, and I got the pictures up, and I'm trying to count. I want to say they got 26 people total. They had the ceremony out in what's called a native garden. Tracy did that. Then they came back to the room. They had the room divided. Now, you guys, if I show you guys pictures, you guys would see it. I've been to this place before. It's a huge room. They had a air wall up, and they divided the room so they had just one half, one two thirds of the room, and it was just three big round tables. It was very intimate. It was, the husband and wife were there enjoying themselves for their wedding because it's afterwards, for cocktail and then for dinner. I probably had three or four people on the dance floor at any given time at most, but people were having fun, enjoying themselves. And
Yeah.
that to me is the biggest thing possible is when you do something like that, doesn't matter how big or how small of an event is did the customer walk away satisfied?
Yeah.
Uh,
Mm.
Exactly.
the other thing also I love doing, and I've talked about this many times before, is having different levels of sound because you don't need a huge system for that few people. This
Right.
is even like the Maui Fives, which I used for that wedding for reception and cocktail, were huge. And again, it felt
Yeah.
they that was a huge cover for both of them. But
Sure.
I wanted to make sure it sounded nice, and it's one of the things I always try to do is make sure I give them every single option possible that they want. And it was just a nice, quaint, small wedding that, again, 26 people enjoyed themselves at.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I think I've got you all beat.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. This goes back, oh man, 30 plus years ago. There was this place, and I've recently spoke to them again about possibly doing some work there. It's called the Loft, and I call it the Burger King of weddings. With the drive-through window, you pull through the window and you order your wedding, and you pull to the next window, you pay, and you pull to the next one, and you get married, kind of thing. So you get the photographer there, the florist there, they do all the bakery for cakes, the catering's there, and DJ. So you go and you just buy this bundle thing. Well, I got a Sunday gig there. Okay, whatever, I'll do it. And it was a couple who met in college here in Milwaukee, but they were from somewhere else. I don't know, Europe or something. And they wanted an American wedding. So it was the bride, the groom, the best man, the maid of honor. I had four people.
Wow.
Yeah. And there was a round table. They all sat on it. They drank, they laughed, they ate, and I just played their favorite songs rather low. And it was kind of weird because the way this place was set up, this particular room, I was above them in like the old school DJ booth way up in the air.
Oh, really?
I'm looking down on the they can't even
Wow.
see me, you know.
Hmm.
So I could be up there doing my taxes. It doesn't matter. They can't even see me.
Are you yelling off the balcony like somebody make some noise? And like all four
Right.
people go,
I go down there one spot. It's like, I don't mean to interrupt, but are you guys good? Oh yeah, it's great, man.
They're out there doing this, right? Yeah.
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 It was about 3 hours long. And finally I said, hey, you know what? One of these days I'd like you to be able to tell your kids that at your wedding, everybody in the room got up and danced. So what song do you all really like? And it was like Billie Jean or something like that. So I played that, and bridegroom, best man, maid of honor got up and danced to that one song, and they clapped, thought it was funny, sat back down, and that was about it. But yeah, I did a 4-person wedding.
I
They
bet
wanted
you
the experience.
ballads, they probably both went up, right? No?
Well, I think I did a first song for them to slow dance to, and that was, I mean, then it was like sit down, eat, talk. They
Yeah.
had like there wasn't even a bartender there. They just had like pitchers of beer or whatever sat out for them and bottles and things. It was just me and them. That was
That has to be the lowest I've ever heard. Yeah, for guests.
Yeah, counts, but it was fine. They were so happy. They gave me a tip at the end of the night.
Of course.
Like $50 or whatever. I was like, wait, you're not gonna no, it was great. It was great. Thank you. They just wanted the experience. It was a Sunday afternoon. So that was the smallest one I ever did.
Hmm.
We can go around another time if you like.
Why not?
And I think you went first
Yeah.
last time, Eric.
I did. I had a wedding 2 years ago. Final count, because it was RSVP, 36 people total, and I believe that included the bridal party, you know?
Right.
They told me, yeah, it's going to be a small wedding. It's just close family and
Sure.
friends. I think a lot of people like that. It's just,
Yeah.
you know, just we're not inviting their neighbors or. And
Yeah.
again, this was a blast. I think it's easier. I think you all agree it's easier to work a smaller crowd, right?
I
Can
think
you
it's
agree to
more
that?
work. It's more work
Do
because
you? Do you?
I
Yeah.
do. I believe it's more work because not everyone's anonymous anymore. You can literally learn everyone's name. So it's a very personal thing. I don't find it difficult, but I find it very intimate where I
But
have to actually focus on individuals instead of groups of people. So,
but once you do that, Brian, doesn't it make it a little more fun and
oh,
entertaining?
I don't
Because
mind doing
now,
it. I don't mind doing
right.
it at all. But I mean,
Yeah.
if you got a 500-person event, you don't know anybody's name, you don't know their face.
Exactly.
It's a mass of
Exactly.
people
Yeah.
dancing to
Yeah.
stuff, and you play the law of averages. You throw a track
Right.
out there, 50 people are going to like it, and you're going to win. It's going to look great. But when you've got 40 people, 30 people, you
Yeah.
better play the right song to get them out.
I actually think the
Does that make
smaller
sense to you, John? You're
crowds.
nodding your head.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, he is.
It's
But I
there's
think
less fish.
John
There's
is
less
kind
fish
of
in that
gonna.
barrel.
Right. I don't mind it, but it's a different game.
It is.
I
It's a little
think
different.
I think John's probably gonna go along with the smaller the crowd, the easier it is to handle sometimes.
You
No?
get to know everybody more intimately, and you'll know what
Hmm.
they're into, and you have time to talk to them because no one's bugging you
Yeah.
requests because they're all right there.
Right.
It's just like everybody's in
How
your
are you?
line of sight.
How are
Yep,
you?
everybody. Yeah, yeah. Oh, hey,
Hmm.
and then you can create a rotation based on that this one like Talking Heads, this one like Prince, this one wanted.
Right.
Then you're like,
Right.
okay, I know how to spin
Right.
this to make everybody happy because you balance it out. You just throw it all in the dryer on
I
high
like
speed.
that term, spin the pig, by the way. That was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice touch. Yeah.
Don't recall saying that, but if
I
that's what
know.
you're,
Yeah, spin
if
the
that's
pig. That's what you got
inspirational,
on what he
that's
said.
I we're getting
I
t-shirts.
thought
Spin the pig with
Okay,
Kermit on
spin the
it.
pig. That's
Yeah.
that's the new saying.
spin the pig. I thought he was
Sweeping the
talking about it
nations.
cooking on the
Yeah, yeah, like the
yeah.
rotisserie thing. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Eric's hallucinating tonight. It's awesome. I like it.
Just
I'm
spin that
not. No,
pig.
my headphones. Yeah.
So the
Um,
next lowest is it me or is it Damon? I think is
I
it
think it's
It doesn't matter.
Damon,
is it Damon? Go ahead.
Damon, and then me.
Spin the
I didn't
pig.
go last.
no. He was just commenting on Eric's. He didn't tell us his
No, I
gift.
didn't tell you a story yet.
No.
Okay. Well, the next time Buddy says, he doesn't bring a big sound system out for a party, I'm just gonna show up and just double his sound system for a 15-person wedding. Just because I can,
2018 subs. Yeah.
You sure
This
was
Uh,
is
big a
what
scoop.
I got. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm bringing 4 double 18 subs.
Yeah. You can always play soft.
Like I
I got a
say,
sub for everybody in the
Oh
room.
my God.
exactly.
Yeah.
You can always turn it down. I want their chest vibrating when they leave. Stuff like that. No, I actually did a nightclub. I got booked to do. Well, let me phrase that. Booked to do a bar,
Hmm.
and only about 15 to 20 people showed up. And
Yeah.
and it wasn't a snow day. It wasn't the promoter he
I
promoted
forgot.
and his people just didn't show up.
Yeah.
And it's not back in the day. It was not my job to promote. I
Right.
showed up and just DJ'd. And yeah, he had like 15, 20 people showed up. And of course, at the end of the night, came up to me like, well, Damon, the door didn't do quite as good as we thought it was gonna do.
And
And
that's my problem. Why?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I
Right.
told him.
Yeah.
That's not my fault, man.
Right.
We agreed upon a price,
Right. Right.
you
I'm
know.
working.
Yeah, I'm working.
The next time you
I
won't forget.
showed up. Yep.
You should
Somebody,
have that money
somebody,
already put to the side before you even open the doors.
somebody should
Right.
be out on the
Right.
sidewalk spinning one of those big arrows around.
Yeah.
All those big searchlights, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Hook up the ski resort lights. Do the
Exactly. But yeah,
guy
it was like
trackers.
15, 20 people. So I mean,
Sure.
and that was at a bar. So that happened to me a few times. So
Yeah. Oh, it's happened to all of us. I used to work this resort where you were there 6 days a week, regardless. And
right.
there
Right.
were snow nights, and you were there with the bartenders, and you were just playing music until midnight and knocked it off and
Yeah.
got out of there.
Somebody had to call it. Call time. It's yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got
Yeah, well,
another.
that's similar to where I was going to come back around. It's we have this term for the Irish bars in Boston. It's called the flip because it's a restaurant by day, and if they don't take all the furniture out, there's nowhere to go. Your dance
Right.
floor is about 5 feet by 4 feet.
Right.
The tables and the chairs, they all end up out in the back alley to give it
Yeah. Or wherever they can make room for them.
Yeah.
right wherever they can make room from. So the staff that was supposed to turn it never came in. So
Mm.
I've got all this stuff I'm bringing in, and there's my little 4 foot by 3 foot dance floor, and there's nowhere to set up because the tables are all still in the way. So I ended up sitting in a 4-person booth with like the vinyl, the seats that face each other, and
Yeah.
using that table because the
Sure.
tables in the bar are all high boys. I'd be DJing up here. I'm like,
Right.
I can't do that. Sat in the booth with the controller on the table and ran the XLRs left and right of me and just played from sitting in a booth. And there's more seats at the bar than there was room on the dance floor. I had a full bar, a couple of people having dinner, and I just played music for the room. It was like, just looks like we're not dancing tonight or
At
dancing.
least you had a place to lay down, though, if
Yeah,
you needed
right.
to. Yeah.
Very comfy vinyl booth. I remember.
Yeah.
Join me in my booth,
They
literally.
come over, and if they come over to make a request, they sat down across from me. It was kind of like, we're going to have like a negotiation. It's like,
Right.
so, tell me what you want to hear.
I mean, just look at
It's
it.
my offer.
Look
Yeah.
at it this way, John. You had a place for your controller and a place for your plate of food. I mean,
And I got to sit down all
Right.
night, and I had a little plate of steak tips over to the side.
exactly.
It was a
Didn't have
win-win
to
for
make
everybody.
room for it. It was there. You good to go,
Absolutely.
You got another one for us, buddy?
buddy.
Yeah, I actually, again, I'm thinking about stuff, trying to think of smaller events, and
Bigger sound
You know,
system.
it's all boils down to, what you look at. I just did that Sweet 16, which I don't normally do Sweet 16s. This was a friend of a friend said, "Hey, are you available?" It was when the night was snowing here lightly, but that didn't matter because it was a Sweet 16. The kids were showing up. A little bit of distance for them to come, but it wasn't a big Sweet 16. It was, including the parents, 40, 45 maybe. I mean, and again, another big, huge room. Excuse me, big, huge room. But it's all about what you do and what you play.
Yeah.
And the dance floor was never really packed. The kids were having fun listening to music.
Yeah.
There was a lot of sing along going on.
Right.
It wasn't like, but there were some people out there dancing. They did like, cha-cha slide, Cupid shuffle, fun stuff. But like, let it go. I had parents singing to it as well as the kids singing to it. And I use the term, kids or teenagers, 16, 17, 15,
That's
that
a
age
kid.
group. They're all friends. They all go to school together. So, but they're singing along. And then you have parents who, are in their 30s and 40s. You look at that and you're like, they're singing along to it too because they're having fun, enjoying themselves. I'm like, it kind of fits, it's snowing a little bit outside. It's, January in Chicagoland. It's cold. And, again, one of the songs like that, to me, when you do stuff like that, those smaller events, you try to build a lot of memories. You try to build a lot of things. People can look back and go, I remember when I had this event, this party, this whatever, and yeah, it wouldn't have tons of people, but I have tons of great memories. And to me, that is a big thing that I think that all of us here try to do is try to give those people those memories when they walk away like, hey, I enjoyed the music. I had fun. And I remember this happening, this funny thing happened, that happened. I remember people out there dancing, enjoying themselves, and having a great time at this event. And we all tried to have a perfect event, but no event's perfect. But we tried to get there as close as possible for our customers, for our clients.
I like to describe it as just an experience. Whether or not it goes into your memory bank or not has a lot to do with how much alcohol you consume that night. So if it's an experience you're having fun with in the moment, that's cool. I mean, I like that. I like in the moment. That's fun stuff. If you remember it, great. If you don't, that's okay too. You had fun. You had fun in the moment. And I guess it was 3 weeks ago I did that party for the salon. There were 23 people. And I knew that going in, there were 23 people. The girls who worked at the salon, I say girls, I use the women, the females who worked at the salon, wanted a dance party. And there weren't a lot of people, but that's what they wanted. And I was able to do that for them. They sent me some requests. I played them. I filled in the blanks. They had a good time. In fact, you think, wow, that was overkill bringing a DJ in for 23 people. They brought a game show in before me. They did 2 rounds of Jeopardy for an hour with 2 different groups before I even went on. So it didn't matter that there was a small amount of people. It was the right people. And they had fun. So I don't mind doing those smaller parties personally. But like John and I were talking about, when you're doing those little parties like that, okay, I'm just like I'm tongue tied. You end up knowing everyone's name. You know what they like, and you can point at them and play their song, and they know your name, and it's just a lot more intimate. It's like playing in your living room.
You could tell from those ladies' requests too. They came to throw down. They meant business. They were there to party, and you were going to be working.
Yeah,
Too hard,
and it worked out fine.
Yeah.
And I was able to fill in blanks. And there were times in the evening when I ran them as hard as I could, and they went to the bar and I understood what they were doing. They were tired. They danced a lot. So
Right, they can't tag someone else in when there's no one else to tag. So
right, yeah, I rotate the next group out. There is no next group.
Okay, you are the group. Okay, take 5. We'll meet you back here in 5 minutes.
Play like I don't know the weird requests like the David Bowie and things like that in the meantime while they're getting their energy back. But yeah,
you can still deliver a quality experience even if there isn't a ton of people, and I think that's an important takeaway of this. It's no number is too small if that's what they want. If you're being invited to do that. So
what prompted this was a post that I saw today. Somebody was saying that they had somebody inquire about an event of 32 people, and they did everything they could to talk about having the event. And they were talking about, the return on investment is really poor when you only have 30. What? No. No. There's no return on investment. It's a wedding or it's a party. It's not like they're making money doing this. This is having fun. People spend money on things that they like. Some people grab a bag from Aldi for 50 cents. Some people buy a Coach bag. I mean, they both basically do the same thing, right? But one costs a little more than the other one. Some people buy a Bentley, some people buy a Toyota Camry. I don't know. It's just it was a ridiculous notion, but it got me thinking about this.
Well, the hiring party too. I'd rather have a close personal group of 30 people that I really vibe with than having 100 people I'll never talk to. But they're there because I had to invite them. So I think it's just your connection to the guests is better too if you're the one throwing the event.
It's a great point, and I do believe that smaller parties are the future, because you can focus on what's important with a smaller group. Again, it's your closest friends and family. And you can do a little better with the meal with 30 people than you can with 130 people. And you can do a little better with the dessert and the open bar and even the venue and, hey, the entertainment. You can step up a little bit because you're not buying 230 people a $60 plate. you're saving some money that way.
Right.
And most
So-
of these people have seen you dance crazy around the house anyway, so you're not really going to hurt yourself
Right.
because these people are all lunatics like yourself. So, because they made the cut.
I like the small parties. I do. They're different than the big parties. They're not just this numbers game thing. They're a lot more intimate and a lot more personalized. But I think they're good. So I thought it was worth the show.
Absolutely.
Okay, Eric's putting the fork up. It means we must be done. So our show tonight is brought to you by DJ Event Planner. Please check them out in the description of this video. Thank you, DJ Event Planner, for being one of our channel sponsors. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Now, so you're supposed to give me a little forewarning before this is over.